Hello everyone, welcome back to Chess Gaja. And here is with us the Grandmaster Srihari Ravi, the 86th Grandmaster of India. And today, instead of only talking about the achievements and all the things, we had like to understand the person behind those achievements. We are delighted to welcome Grandmaster Srihari Ravi. So, firstly, thank you so much for joining us.
Right.
Yeah. So, let's forget chess just for a moment. And how would your close friend describe as you a person? Can you tell a little bit about that?
I guess I guess you could say I'm a pretty, I would say I'm kind of very introverted person. If you can put it. A bit lazy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. When people meet any grandmaster, or they usually imagine someone who is always serious and always the kind of person who dedicated playing the games and chess games and all. So the what one thing about you that surprise people's.
One thing about me is, yeah, I used to play classical keyboard before I even started this. Many people don't know that. Many
Yeah.
people do find it quite surprising.
Yeah, that's nice thing actually. So where the chase journey started, your chase journey started from all.
My journey, okay, I took an interest to chess at a pretty young age, around 4 or 5 years, and then but I was just playing with the people in my home for the next 3 years, and then around 7.5 years, I joined an academy and actually started my chess journey.
Or could you share one memory from your journey that people don't know about, something like that?
Yeah, the thing is, the very first time I think I was, yeah, like I said before, I used to play classical keyboard, yeah, way before I started chess. And yeah, there used to be like an academy where there was also chess classes being held. And then, yeah, one day, so I actually didn't remember it. I was very young at the time. But, my parents, yeah, recently they told me that my very that was actually my very first interaction with chess. So one day, I think the keyboard instructor, I think he was not present, and he had some emergency to attend to. And rather than returning to home, I think I just sat there in the chess class for like 1 or 2 hours or something, and I just started learning all those. And so they had to search for me and then drag me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, nice, nice. So the when you think about that um, core memory about all the memory about becoming grandmaster's journey and all, how uh, how you feel about all this journey?
yeah, like I said, like it has been a great journey with lots of ups and downs, emotional roller coasters, positives, negatives, happiness, sadness, and everything. Yeah, I was also, yeah, especially the final round for me, because a lot of frustrations back into my head, which and rounds like very very close. Yeah, so yeah, the end I was able to achieve it though, and yeah, I guess that's a relief.
Okay, so the whenever you uh, thought about the journey is very going very difficult, and it's the toughest phase, and the quitting some all the things and do the other things, like you said, you also play classical piano, so going that path also, or anything like that whenever you're on the first time.
Mm, not really, honestly. Okay, I did play it before, but it's been quite some time since I played it. Now I have completely been. Yeah, but there have been some points where you feel extremely frustrated because sometimes you're in bad form. Sometimes takes a year or so. You put in the work, but you don't get any results. Then there is a lot of other factors too, apart from just like environment, socially, and all that stuff. At some point, it does get. I mean, I think every chess player in that journey would have had a point where they are like, nothing is going there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not. Yeah, I think that was probably something everybody would have experienced. Yeah, same for me. That is probably. I didn't feel it. Yeah, but yeah, at some point I was just really frustrated.
Yeah, it can be related. It can be related to the all chess players also, and I also relate. I also play chess. I also have fidelity. Um, so so on in that toughest days, what was the going in the mind? You were like, what you thinking about that during that days?
Well, for me, I don't really try to think about those things much because I know personally I am putting in the work, and yeah, and I know I will like eventually I will the work should start paying off. Yeah, though it's easier to say than do it, but yeah, I try not to think about it much and still try to put the effort into it.
Yeah, nice approach. Uh, so, looking back now, what would today's Srihari tell that younger version of yourself?
Exactly what probably exactly what I said now. Because when I was younger, it was very difficult for me to actually you know keep putting in the same work over and over until I became a GM at some point. Like, because I think I made my second norm at the end of 22, like 23 Qatar. Now, I played there with Magnus and all, and I thought I was going to get a GM title very soon. And then for the
Yeah,
next 2 years, it was like I was losing it by so close. And once it was like I lost by half a point, once I lost it by 4 points in rating average. And then once I lost it because I didn't play three GMs. So yeah, yeah. At that point, I think I was just like really frustrated. Like, okay, nothing is working. And such and such. So yeah. So I would say to him like, okay, now I have that understanding. Like, it did eventually even come. I did eventually make the final nominations. All that hard work eventually did pay off. Yeah. So I would
yeah,
tell you to okay. I mean, bad results, form, everything is temporary, right? And just keep working on the game, and you will get the results.
yeah, sure. Ye- Yeah, true. And when people celebrate success, but success usually asks for sacrifices. And looking back, what did chess quietly take away from your life?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost common for any sports persons who are like at the very top of the game. They had to like sacrifice a lot. I mean, I personally think, especially when it comes to chess, I don't think many players like actually went to school and tried like regularly, and like they had a very good circle of friends. I mean, there are a few exceptions for sure, but yeah, I mean, many of them had to like keep on working even when very young age. You had to keep working. You didn't have much time to play and all that stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that is one thing I think it's very different from many for sports people, especially.
Yeah, and there is very kind relation of sacrifices and chess.
Yeah, I mean, sacrifices, it's not only from the players or the sports person's point of view. Yeah, even their family had to sacrifice a lot, their time, effort. I mean,
Yes,
there's so many sacrifices involved, both from the support system and the players itself. It's I don't think it's that easy to say everything.
yes, yes, sure. So apart from the GM, what would you can say about the chess given to you in value or in anything something like that? The word teaches.
I think chess basically, when it comes to like any normal person, I think chess players have excellent memory. Yeah. So that is
Mm,
something, just excellent memory, and even they are they have like they are quite calm in many situations too. So again, I guess there are some things that are like that could they do that. So I guess memory, some emotional calmness, uh, the problem solving skills and all. So,
yeah, it's all the part of the that's written. And
I think for me, luckily, they have been able to accompany me like when I was younger to most of the places. So I didn't need to worry about, uh, especially food, those logistics, stay, and all. I only had to focus about just, and especially since I'm a pure vegetarian, food is going to be a very big issue when it comes to you. So yes, yeah, that's one thing which I was pretty lucky to have.
yeah, yeah, nice. Was there one sentence from a coach that completely changed how you looked at chess?
I don't exactly remember that, but I do believe that some of the advices which they have given me along the way, like completely changed how I view the game. Like not only about chess, and that I later started realizing that there are like, a lot of factors in whether a player has a good tournament or a good form or something. Like there are a lot of external factors which many people aren't aware about that much. They sees the results, but nobody sees the hard work or the sacrifices or the struggles which the players face in their journey or in their personal lives. Yeah, so those are some things which, yeah, along the way they would help me in like that. I mean, it gave me a different perspective. Like you don't only look at chess and then you understand that.
Yeah, yes, I completely understand. The people often see the final game, or they don't see the hours behind it, and what's something normal chess fan would never realize about preparing for top level tournaments, like all grandmaster levels tournaments, and they didn't see the efforts behind that, uh, playing any one game. So what you tell about your behind the any game story?
Yeah, I think in recent times, people actually don't realize how much chess has grown, especially the opening part while you're playing a tournament. And like has grown so much since the COVID lockdown. Yeah, like before the COVID lockdown, didn't used to be so much opening. Like before that time, there was like a lot of understanding involved, and a lot of playing. And you need to play those openings to understand. It was not only enough to just know the lines, but now it's like everything has been so well analyzed, and we can also do so many analysis with such stronger engines available, greater resources available right now. Yeah, I don't think people realize how big of an part this opening playing game nowadays. Now, like, I mean, having said that, opening is not everything. There is a lot of skills needed for in game and real game, other things too. But yeah, uh, you ask me, I think opening importance right now has grown much more significantly than maybe 5 6 years back. The toughest part, I think, is when you prepare the opening, like you obviously do a lot of preparation before the game. But I think for every player, almost 90% of the time, those preparations don't really occur over the board. Either, at least for me personally, it does. When it occurs, it's very good. But if it doesn't, and you get into your opponent's preparation or something, I think the hardest part is to, you know, uh, forget about that and then start playing the game from there. Because at some point, I I think many would start feeling like all this open preparation and then yeah, it's just a waste of time. But it would surely come useful to you maybe in some of the future games or something.
Yeah, very insightful it is. And you are part of a generation that watched Indian chess transform. And when future players look back 20 years from now, what do you think they will say about about this generation?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. But I think, yeah, this generation right now, yeah, for Indian chess, it has been like it is on a very high growth curve. So there are a lot of talents, a lot of players becoming GMs the past 5 years, 6 years. So I don't know what the future generation would say. I mean, we have to see.
Now we are celebrating this historic milestone of India, that 100 Grandmaster is uh, going to happen in India. So, what do you feel about this historic milestone?
I think it's just really, really great for Indian chess, and just happy and lucky enough to be a part of the journey.
Yeah, nice. Uh, if you ever, if every game you have played disappeared and only one game remain forever, which would you want people to remember you by that game?
Yeah, I think for me personally, uh, the game I played against uh, till now, I would say the game I played against Indian in Commonwealth. I don't remember the exact year, but I think it's 2019. Yeah, that was the second time I was facing a GM, and I was like around 2200 trader. And I won a very convincing game in 22-20. So I think probably till, that is probably my favorite game.
Okay, can you show? Do you have any database of that game, or any some lines, or the beauty of that game, if you able to show by sharing screen?
Actually, that game is already there in YouTube and everything. Okay, because that was the game where I understood like even top GMs can have a bad game and they are like beatable. They are very difficult to beat, but they are beatable. And
Okay,
that the game is in chess space and not chess space in their and their videos and that analysis too. Yeah, but
okay,
that game not only like it's like a very memorable game for me, but that was the moment I actually understood like okay, the top guys are beatable. They are like they're hard to beat, but they are actually beatable. You so yeah, that is also one of the reasons it's very memorable.
okay, okay. Uh, who are you when you are not preparing for tournaments, like in person?
Okay, when I'm not preparing for tournaments, I do studies honestly. Okay, rarely I game sometimes, but mostly I just finished my BCom degree and I just started my MBA degree.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So the chess define does chess define you, or is it simply something you do?
Uh, it just is something which has defined a big part of my life. But it's not like, yeah, it is a very, very big part of my life. So I can't really say that it's something I do. But yeah, apart from chess, I do have some other things. So it's not entire.
Amazing. So imagine a 10-year-old child watching this interview today, and 10 years later they become a grandmaster. What would you hope they remember from today's conversation?
Yeah, like I said before, the path where sometimes for every sports person they have this bad form or a bad period and results don't entirely go your way. I'm very sure like everybody has faced that period, be it in any sport or even in life. So yeah, something which a very tough place, but it's important to keep putting in the work. I think that's something if they remember, I'll be pretty happy about because that is a lesson which took me a lot of painful experiences to learn. To be honestly speaking, yeah, there was a lot of uh, sadness and frustrations a part of a lot of the emotional things which happened during those low periods for me. And something I learned quite recent. I mean, I wouldn't say quite recently, but it's something I learned through a lot of experiences. So I think they remember it and they will be able to apply it without going through all those painful experiences. I think that would be pretty good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. The so let's do quick rapid fire. Complete the sentence. Again, chase
Okay.
is
Yeah, chases for me, life, I guess.
yeah. Winning feels
Winning feels great.
okay. Uh, losing teaches.
Sorry,
Losing teaches.
using teaches valuable things or experiences.
Pressure becomes.
Sorry,
Pressure becomes.
pretty much. I think normal after some point of
Uh, success means
will all your works paid off. Yes.
nice. Uh, one habit every champion has.
Uh, a repetition, I would say. They constantly recheck all their runs and repeat it a lot, all their ideas. Repetition is something which I don't.
One thing every parent should know.
They let their child let their children if they are into chess, just enjoy the game first and then see from there.
One word for Indian chess.
Right now it's booming.
Okay, much more beautiful, meaningful answers. So we are going to uh, end this. Thank you so much for uh, your valuable time, and I genuinely enjoyed the this conversation. So I think today we didn't just learn about the chess. We learn about the person behind the grandmaster, like you. And on behalf of everyone at Chess Gaja, thank you for sharing your experience so openly, and we wish you all the very best for your upcoming tournaments, and we hope to welcome you again in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.